Studio One. This is the War NXT War Games wrap-up. I am Ryan Young. Moody is out here. I'm giving him an extended vacation for Thanksgiving. He'll be back when we return from our week off. Let's start this thing off for War Games, of course, for the first time. 3 teams, 2 rings, 1 cage. We'll get to that in just a matter of moments. Let's get through what happened first on this card. Opening match was like early, it was like almost like a comedy stunt in a way, not really doing a lot, but it's still like this hot-headed kind of guy. And he came out in this, definitely in this matchup, played extremely well, and I think he had a very good match. And again, I think he's going to be one of them dominant guys, and I think maybe down the line, maybe a few years from now, him get an opportunity. I think it may be him and be one of the big guys in NXT, and then maybe take it to the main roster, Braun Strowman type. He's a very strong, very big win over Cassius Ohno. Match of the night, it might have been match of the weekend. Aleister Black gets the win over the Velveteen Dream. I think it was a great match where you really can't say sometimes that a match can, when there's a winner and a loser, can make both guys look strong. Aleister Black, of course, and then of course, the Velveteen Dream was on the final. Tremendous job, and he was and of course he kept saying, say my name. Both these guys are very strong in the match. Aleister Black, after he wins this match, then says Velveteen Dream. So I think both these guys got what they wanted. I think hopefully NXT don't wreck, but I don't think they will, because they usually don't. Tremendous job with the Velveteen Dream, and hopefully we get a chance to see him catapult his way into stardom, maybe through the NXT Royal Rumble that weekend in Philadelphia, definitely WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. Match number 3 for the NXT Women's title. We finally found our champion. Ember Moon is your new champion. She defeats Peyton Royce, Nikki Cross, and Kairi Sane. Once again, another great matchup. 4 of these people, I had Kairi Sane in this match. Tony picked Ember Moon. I thought Nikki Cross had a good chance. I think it was going to be between Moon and Cross. A lot of people disappointed they're not giving Peyton Royce the opportunity to be women's champion. I think right now, eventually she will get there. She will get her opportunity. Just not yet, so hopefully, but Ember Moon, I think, deserved it. I think she should have won it. I think she should have been the one to end Asuka's streak, but I'm sure, obviously, it'll be someone now on the main roster. But I think a great win by Ember Moon, and I think she has a great chance to be a great women's champion in NXT by her possibly having a nice run, maybe getting called up after WrestleMania or SummerSlam. NXT Championship on the line. Andreas Gianalmas defeats Drew McIntyre. We have a new NXT champion. Now, after the match, we found out a torn muscle in his shoulder, I believe, by I believe it is a torn one by Drew McIntyre. It's expected to be out for some time now. Best wishes out to him. But Andreas Gianalmas, I think he's just a holder for it until Adam Cole gets ready. I don't think he was supposed to win this match, and I think Adam Cole now might get pushed up to getting an opportunity, possibly at NXT Takeover Philadelphia in January. Then, of course, finally, 3 teams, 2 cages, 1 ring. Now, the only difference is in this time, 3 men started. Of course, the cage did not have any roof on it, so it was mainly the 3 guys started. Then every 5, I believe it was 5-minute intervals, another team came in. It wasn't another guy, so it was an advantage for that one team. Overall, your winner is the Undisputed Era. I thought it was a very entertaining match. It was nice to see 2 rings, something different, and NXT did it. They did a tremendous job of showcasing it, so I think a great job by NXT. I think War Games is a success, so Undisputed Era gets the victory, and I think that's going to lead Adam Cole possibly through to WrestleMania or maybe even Royal Rumble weekend. So I think you saw a lot to possibly get an NXT title match. Me and Tony talked about it numerous times here. We think he's going to be getting that title either at, maybe now it gets pushed up 1 pay-per-view, because I've been saying Takeover New Orleans. It could be Takeover Philadelphia Royal Rumble weekend now with the injury to Drew McIntyre. I don't see Andreas Gianalmas having that title very long. I don't think he would have even won this thing if it wasn't for the injury to Drew McIntyre. Anyway, so Undisputed Era gets a victory, and I think they look strong, so great job by them. We're going to get time on here on the Ringside Report. When we come back, it's time for the Survivor Series wrap-up. That's next on the Ringside Report. All right, folks, it's now time for the Survivor Series wrap-up. Of course, the Thanksgiving-ish tradition for WWE. It used to be on Thanksgiving, the first couple of them, But now they've, of course, usually the Sunday before Thanksgiving we get Survivor Series, and that's exactly what we got this past Sunday. We had 3 kickoff show matches. The first one was Elias defeating Matt Hardy. We didn't have these matches announced for the warm-up on Friday. Tony picked Elias and got the win. Second match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeat Breezango. Tony had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I had Breezango. And then your another kickoff matchup. This is actually the second one. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Breezango was the second or the third. But Enzo retained his, and I missed the Enzo match with me. Me and Brandon were trying to get to Coach T's house. We eventually got there at the start of the pay-per-view, but it was a struggle. But Enzo defeats Kalisto, and I'm so upset that I missed that Enzo matchup. Then we go to the main card. The Shield get a win over the New Day, and I think a pretty strong match. I think it was lacking a little. I don't think it should have been the opening match. I think they should have gave it a little bit more respect, but the Shield get the victory nonetheless, and therefore I think that builds them. And when we talk to recap Raw, you'll see why. Match number 2 of the Evening Classic Survivor Series match for the women. Team Raw defeated Team SmackDown. Therefore, Raw was up 2-0 at that point. Then we go to match number 3 for Intercontinental Champion versus U.S. Champion. Baron Corbin defeats The Miz. Therefore, then SmackDown gets their first victory, so it's 2-1 Raw. Then we have the Usos and the B.A.R. Usos defeat the B.A.R in the Battle of Tag Team Champions. So therefore, SmackDown ties it. It's now 2-2. Then we have the women's champions battle each other as Charlotte defeats Alexa Bliss. So SmackDown goes from down 0-2 to up 3-2. Then the Universal versus the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar defeats and I think dominates the phenomenal AJ Styles. Therefore, Raw ties it at 3-3. We go to the main event: Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Final men, you saw Triple H and Braun Strowman and Kurt Angle on one side, all against Shane McMahon. How this happens then is Shane McMahon's battling Kurt Angle. Triple H comes in, pedigrees, and turns on his team, Team Raw, and puts Shane McMahon on top of Kurt Angle. Pins him 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle's eliminated. Then you see Triple H and Shane McMahon standing on one side against Braun Strowman. Then, right before, when it looks like maybe these two finally are happy with each other, Triple H pedigrees Shane McMahon, covers him, gets the win for Team Raw, and just Braun Strowman stands there in complete shock, but then chokes Triple H. Triple H then tries to attack Braun. Braun then finally gives him the running power bomb, the running body slam, and that was that. So I think it was a weird ending where you really didn't know where it was going. So overall, I think it was a pretty successful Survivor Series. You knew Brock was going to win because it was going to tie 3-3. But Brock dominated AJ Styles, which I think was a shock. But nonetheless, I think a very successful weekend for WWE. I think it might have been even with War Games. I mean, War Games, just despite a War Games, might have gave them just a little bit. But I still think it was a pretty good weekend for both of them. Updated standings. Tony won the warm-up, the coin toss for both of them. We started this 113 to 94.5. He was down 19. It's now 118.5 to 103.5. Tony's still down 15. We have we still have December, January, February, March, and WrestleMania. So 5 more pay-per-views. If he can win a couple coin tosses, he can get right back in this thing. 15 is about, he needs to run the board on probably 2 pay-per-views. We'll see if he can do that. But he makes it close. Of course, the loser has to wear John Cena garb down Bourbon Street WrestleMania weekend, so we'll see what happens there. So that's that. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to recap Raw and a lot of exciting things coming out of Houston, Texas. We'll be back on the Ringside Report. Welcome back here to the Ringside Report for this Wednesday, November the 23rd. Hope everyone's getting ready for their Thanksgiving weekend. Again, we are off Friday. All of next week, we return on Monday, December the 4th. We will celebrate Ringside Report's 4th birthday. It's December 2nd, but that's a Saturday. So it'll be nice to... I don't think we're doing anything special. I don't think we're doing anything big, but it's just going to be our birthday, and we'll talk about it. And Tony wants to show his address, so I guess he gets his wish. Maybe we'll show the Anthony's address. Making its comeback. Let's on this date, 1990 was a Survivor Series. 1990 was a fun year. I enjoyed that Royal Rumble. SummerSlam was good. Definitely that. Of course, you got the Earthquake and Hulk Hogan had a big rivalry going around that time. DiBiase, Andre the Giant. And also in 2000, we also saw in the next one was when John Cena retained his WWE Championship against I believe it was 2009 against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I think it might have been earlier than that, but two Survivor Series that took place on this date. Also on Monday, a historic feature in wrestling got blown, I guess blown up, demolished, and that was the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, the home of WrestleMania 27. The Rock hosted that. I think that was kind of the return of The Rock coming back. Then also, of course, the big night when Bill Goldberg won the World Heavyweight title on Nitro against Hollywood Hogan. So, January 4th, 1990. No, that wasn't January 4th, but that was, I believe it was in the summer. And then undefeated streak continued. So, probably the two biggest nights for wrestling in the Georgia Dome. And now, of course, they have the new stadium. Hopefully, WrestleMania gets a chance to go there. Hopefully, within the next month, we find out where next year's WrestleMania is. Ringside Report won't be covering it because we're done, but hopefully it'll be fun. Maybe get a chance to go as fans, but I think my life for wrestling is done April the 13th. We got to recap Raw. Starts out with Stephanie McMahon coming out dancing. Then she calls out her husband Triple H, who was the savior of the Team Raw. Before he can say anything, Triple H or Kurt Angle comes out and interrupts. And then Jason Jordan interrupts and says he wants to wrestle Triple H. And then Braun Strowman comes out after Stephanie says, "You know what? My man's not afraid of anyone." Well, he should have been afraid of him. But then Triple H and then Stephanie makes Braun Strowman versus Jason Jordan later on in the night. Samoa Joe defeats Finn Balor in a very good match. Then we see Asuka defeat Dana Brooke. Miz TV with Roman Reigns, but then it ends up being the whole Shield, and then it eventually makes an Intercontinental title match for the main event. Roman Reigns gets a chance against The Miz. Sheamus loses to Dean Ambrose. Then we have Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Bayley, Sasha Banks. Or Alexa Bliss comes out and says, okay, Charlotte might have got the best of me, but then Mickie James comes out and wants a title shot. Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, they all want a shot. So then they go to commercial, come back, it's a four-way match. The winner gets an opportunity. Then all of a sudden, we hear that creaking sound. It's Paige. Paige returns back to the WWE and says she's back, and she's not alone. All of a sudden, here comes Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and they attack everyone, and all of a sudden, then they attack Alexa Bliss backstage, so Paige is back, and also Mandy Rose, who was on NXT, and Sonya Deville, who's also on NXT. Great call-up for them. Hopefully we'll see. Maybe we saw Peyton Royce. Maybe we saw Peyton Royce and them debut last night on SmackDown. But there's no winner, so there's no way to interrupt that match. And then we see Braun Strowman versus Jason Jordan in no contest when Kane attacks Braun Strowman. Then Enzo comes out, talks about the Zoe train. Unfortunately, eventually he's in a six-man tag when Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, or eight-man tag. Rich Swann and Tozawa defeat Gulak, Daivari, Nese, and Dar. Then we see Elias come out and make fun of Houston, like he always makes fun of the towns. And then Matt Hardy comes out and they brawl in the main event for the Intercontinental Championship. Roman Reigns gets the victory. Congratulations to him over The Miz, and he is your new WWE Intercontinental Champion. He is now officially the Grand Slam winner, and wish him. And we'll see where that goes. Of course, I think it's kind of going to catapult him to facing Brock at WrestleMania. But it should be interesting to see. And, of course, we won't be covering. Of course, we're off now. So that's Monday Night Raw. We're off now until the 4th of December. Ringside Report's 4th birthday. We'll be celebrating on that show. Thanks to everyone. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday. Enjoy the week off. Like we said, we'll be back Monday, December 4th. Tony will be back. I'll be back. We continue our final 100 moments on the Fridays because, of course, we'll be off. Then I think we have 3 weeks before Christmas. And, of course, I shaved. I finally trimmed my whole beard for the first time on this show. I'm almost clean shaven. You can't see it. It'll be much thicker by the next time you see this. But everyone have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks everyone that watches the show. Everyone's support. I am Ryan Young saying thank you for watching the Ringside Report. Your front row seat